Hello and welcome back everyone. Today, we're taking a look at one of the most important deity from Inuit mythology, Sedna, the goddess of the sea and marine animals. Sedna was also known as Nuliayuk in the Northwest Territories of Canada. She was known as a mother of the sea and had a very important role in Inuit culture. The reason why Sedna was considered as one of the most important and worshipped deity for the Inuit people is due to her dominion over her creatures. She was said to be able to control the availability of seals, walruses, fishes, whales, and all the other sea animals. All of those were essential for Inuit hunters. They hunted and fished these creatures for their own survival. Sedna wasn't always a goddess. One of the legends about her says that she was once a beautiful young maiden that lived in the Arctic with her mother and father. Her father was a skilled hunter and was therefore able to provide his family with plenty of food and furs for all of them. Sedna enjoyed the comfort of her home so much that she refused to marry anyone. Several Inuit men desired her so much that they passed by her house to ask her parents the permission to marry the young woman, but she refused them all. At one point, even her parents insisted that it was time for her to leave and marry. She refused to follow the tradition and stayed with them. One day, a particular Inuk man came to visit her and proposed to marry her. He promised Sedna to provide her with everything that she needs: food, furs for clothes and blankets, and a home. For the first time, Sedna finally agreed to marry the man, and when they became man and wife, the Inuk brought her to his island. Once there, the man revealed that he was in fact a mythical bird creature disguised as a man. Sedna became furious and couldn't believe that the man lied to her and that she was trapped on the island with him. To make things worse, she realized that he was a terrible hunter and could only bring fish back to her, which she got very tired of after some time. In the meantime, Sedna's father missed his daughter so much that he decided to take his kayak and go to the island to see her again. When he arrived there and saw the unhappy state in which Sedna was, he killed the birdman and brought his daughter back with him in the kayak. However, the birdman's friends discovered that one of them had been killed and decided to avenge him by flapping their wings so hard that it created a storm. The waves were so huge that the kayak was about to be submerged. Panicked and fearing that his kayak would sink, the father decided to throw his daughter in the freezing water, hoping that by doing so, it would make the birds stop flapping their wings. Sedna was afraid and held tightly to the kayak. Once again, afraid that his daughter would make him tip over, the father cut off the young girl's fingers and she sank to the bottom of the sea. According to the legend, each of the finger joints that were cut off eventually became the sea creatures. It was said that as she sank to the abyss, Sedna became a powerful spirit, and from the waist to the feet, she now had a giant fishtail just like mermaids. Sedna was usually considered as a vengeful goddess. The Inuit people believed that if they came back home with an unsuccessful hunt, it was because Sedna was in a bad mood and refused to share her creatures with them. When that happened, it was said that the shaman had to transform himself into a fish and go to the bottom of the sea to appease Sedna and make her happy by combing her tangled hair. When Sedna was pleased, she allowed her sea creatures to make themselves available to Inuit hunters. However, certain conditions had to be respected. They had to properly sacrifice the animals in the name of the goddess. If they didn't do it, Sedna turned vengeful and sent raging waves crash upon the shores to sink their kayaks and drown them. In the end, Sedna was one of the most worshipped deity among the Inuit people of different polar regions. She provided them with food and shelter as long as they worshipped her and made her happy. This concludes today's myth. Thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully you learned something new and enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to hear more about legends from the four corners of the world, and I'll see you all next time for the next video.